How much money do reselling YouTubers actually make every month, every year off of their videos? How many subs does it take? How much money can you earn per video, per million views, per 1,000 views? I'm gonna go over it with you guys right now and show you the actual numbers from my channel, from my screen, so that we can put the argument to rest about whether people make more money on YouTube or more money on reselling, at least for some of us. And welcome back into the channel, everybody. Yeah, this is an age-old question that we get asked, at least those of us that make consistent YouTube videos all the time. Like literally on a weekly basis, we get asked, how much money do we make on YouTube? Or we get people that put the snarky little comments in our comment boxes that he makes more money on YouTube than he does reselling, or he's just doing this for the YouTube money, blah, 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 blah. And so I wanted to answer it to you guys. I've done it before. I've shown the numbers on this channel long ago in the past. They really haven't changed much as far as my channel goes. There's some people that have definitely blown up and exploded and they make a ton of money on YouTube. Don't get it wrong. There are definitely people in the reselling niche and community who are YouTubers. They are not resellers. They may make some money reselling, but the majority of their money is made through YouTube and content creation. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So long as the content they are providing is accurate, based on their experience, and isn't going to make people believe this is a get-rich-quick scheme. As long as they are consistent and transparent with their content, I have no problem with them making $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month on YouTube, because there's certainly a handful of people who are making that kind of money every month on YouTube. I know it's crazy, but it definitely happens from the reselling community. I mean, think about it. Out in the real world, there are YouTubers making millions a year. So in the reseller community, for there to be resellers making multiple six figures, that's pretty cool, right? My channel doesn't make that much money as far as the ad revenue goes, but all wrapped up in one, it does do pretty well on its own. So I'm gonna show you exactly how much I make, and I'm gonna show you how much other resellers make approximately, because I can't see their numbers, and I'm gonna show you how to tell how much any YouTuber you watch, reseller or otherwise, makes approximately on YouTube through ad revenue. Now, don't forget, guys, YouTube pays content creators once you hit certain numbers, not subscriber numbers. You have to hit 1,000 minimum subscribers, but you get paid off of views, not subscribers. And once you start getting paid, your revenue is based on the type of content that you make, the way that you present your content, the engagement of your audience. There's lots of different things that factor into exactly how much money that we actually get paid from YouTube. So YouTube pays us for that ad revenue. That's advertisements that roll during your video that you guys probably skip a lot of them. The less that you skip, the more money we do get. So that does help. But we also get money outside of ad revenue, outside of YouTube. We get sponsorships and affiliates and product placement. There's lots of other ways, merch sales. There's ways to sell yourself through YouTube and through your audience to make more money than just the ad revenue that Google offers you. So keep that in mind. If I show you that somebody's making $100,000 on YouTube ad revenue, generally speaking, if they're doing sponsorships, affiliates, products, merch, they're making more money on the other stuff in most cases than they are on the ad revenue. So somebody who makes 100 grand in YouTube ad revenue might be making 150,000 in other sales revenues, and they could be doing $250,000 a year. So that's something to keep in mind as well. I'm only going to show you the ad revenue because that's what I can see. I don't know what anybody else does for sponsorships, affiliates, merchandise. That's just what I know from my own numbers. Let's go over to my screen and I'll show you exactly how much we get paid. Okay, so this is my main screen here on the left side. Pay attention to this left side real quick. This is channel content. And so when we come to YouTube as a YouTube creator, this is like our dashboard, our main page, our eBay seller hub, right? This is our YouTube seller hub, our content creator hub. And so we can see our videos that we've published over the last bit of time, and you can go back in time and see it. And what this shows us is the day we published it. It shows us how many views it's got so far. It runs a little bit behind. So for example, this video from September 15th, 2 days ago, has 5,031 views, probably closer to 51 or 5,200. It's not 100% in real time. And it has 75 comments, and 98.3% of the people that clicked on this video liked it. 414 people liked it, and I've got my hater crew, 7 of them disliking it. As you go down, I always get 3, 5, 7, 10 dislikes, whatever it is. I always have a few of you guys out there in the world, 15 on this one, that disliked this video about why eBay sellers should not use business policies, etc. But I always get a handful, no big deal. There's always some people out there. But that's what it shows us. It shows us if it's public or private, if we decide to make it private. But what's cool is we can click on this analytics screen right there, and we can see exactly how much money each video pays. So YouTube starts paying you once you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Now, 4,000 watch hours sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Let's say that you put up a 10-minute video, right? If 6 people watch that full video, just 6 people watch that video in full, you got 1 hour of watch time, right? Let's say that your video gets 1,000 views, but the people only watch half of the video. Well, that's 5 minutes. So 1,000 people watching 5 minutes of your video is 5,000 minutes of content. Well, if you take your handy dandy calculator here and we divide 5,000 minutes by 60 minutes in an hour, well, that's 83 hours of watch time in one video if you just get 1,000 views at 5 minutes each, right? You only need 4,000 hours, and that is a 12-month rolling requirement. So if you need 4,000 hours and that one video got you 83, you technically only need 48 videos for the entire month. Only 4 videos, or for the entire year, excuse me. You'd only need 4 videos a year to keep up those numbers. It's actually much, much less. It's much, much easier because if you get a video that gets 10,000 views, for example, well, you got 830 hours in one video. You'd only need like 5 of those videos. So very, very easy to get monetized. Once you get monetized, we don't get paid on the number of subscribers. The 1,000 subscribers is just a minimum number you have to stay monetized. We get paid on views, specifically every 1,000 views. It's called a CPM and an RPM. CPM is the amount of money that Google charges. Google owns YouTube. That's how much they charge an advertiser, like Coca-Cola, to place an advertisement in videos. They'll charge them, say, $20 CPM every 1,000 views. We collect an RPM, which is approximately 55% of the CPM. So if they charge $20 to Coca-Cola to place ads, we might get about 11 bucks of that for every 1,000 views. It's give or take, it varies, but it's about 55% of the CPM. And that number is called our RPM. That's what we actually collect is RPM. And I'm going to talk about the RPM numbers today, not the CPMs. So when you take a video and you actually click on the analytics, it's going to pop up here and you guys can see this video from 2 days ago has made me $43.54. And when you scroll down, you can see it has 2.6 thousand views and I'm being paid, here's that RPM we just talked about, for every 1,000 views, I'm being paid $9, which is actually a very high RPM. Keep these numbers in mind. Most YouTubers, regardless of what genre they're in, average around $3 to $4 per 1,000. Now, there are certain genres and categories that go much higher, and there are some that go much lower. Video gamers, for example, make about $3 per 1,000. So if a video gamer made a video that got the same amount of views, he gets a third of what this video gets. He would have only made about 15 bucks, whereas I made almost $45. That's just the way it is. Video gaming is very saturated. It's very competitive. It doesn't pay as well as other niches. If you are somebody who makes videos like I do, the same exact video, but you drop the F-bomb all the time, it's not very advertiser friendly. So you could put out this same exact video, same exact views, and instead of $43, you might get a $6 CPM, and you may only make something like 30 bucks, right? Or 25 bucks, whatever it is. And the reason is because your video is not as advertiser friendly as mine is. If I'm very friendly, not F-bombing, not doing this, not doing that, I will get paid more money because the advertisers are willing to spend more on a channel like mine because more people will watch it. Also, if I get more comments, if I get more likes, more engagement, if I get you to stick around for the full length of the video rather than clicking out of it right away, those are all equal to bumping that ad revenue up in order for me to make more money. Now, most of my videos, my entire channel, actually, it averages about $14 or $15 per 1,000, which is super, super high. The highest of the high YouTubers get up near 20 bucks or more. I don't see anything more than 20. I've never really seen an average above like 21, 22 during Christmas season. The rates go up during Christmas because advertisers spend more money. So if you see, which we're going to look at in a minute, this website, Social Blade, I'll show you how to determine how much money based on those numbers that everybody makes. My channel averages about $13, $14 probably right now per 1,000. This particular video only made $9. We can go into a second one. This one made a little less than $9. It had 7.2 thousand views. It's made $63. I posted this video on September the 7th, right? September 7th, this video went up. You can see 0 views on the 6th. There's the first day it was published on the 7th. It made $23, and then as it gets its way up to $63, it falls off. So you guys can see exactly how much these videos are making. We'll go to one more. See, this video made $14 per thousand. It only had 3,000 views, but it made just as much as that other video that had, you know, close to 3,000 views, 43 bucks, because it has a higher CPM. Okay. Here's what you guys want to see. How much do we make every month? Well, here it is, $29.61. This was $3,000 in February, right? You can customize this completely to your date range that you want to see. So if we go back to, like, I don't know, we can go back to, let's go to March. Let's just say we're going to type in March first. Oops, we want to go to March 31st. Oops, March 31st. And we want to go to the first of that month, and we want to apply that. 2,800. So you guys can see in March how much it was made, right? There's an easier way to see it. We have a Google AdSense account. We can come over here. You guys can see in January. Bam. There was... So there's an easy way. We can just come over here to our Google AdSense account. January 1 through 31st. Payment was $3,281. 33, 35, 33, 31, 35. This channel averages about $300 to $3,500 a month throughout the year. I always have off months. So July, August, September is the worst months on YouTube. 25, 25, 25. And the reason, because this ad revenue goes down in the toilets during the summer months because people aren't watching YouTube as much. They're not spending as much on advertising products as they would normally. They're out at the beach, they're on vacation. Just like eBay has a summer slowdown, so does YouTube after the month of May. So you can see in May was okay, in June, you can see July took a huge dive, August a dive, September currently on pace. It's gonna, since September's not done, it's just gonna show my previous one, but probably gonna be about that same number right there. And then that's this year, of course. So it takes a dive, but in October, November, December, this will shoot back up to the 35 and probably get to 4,000s every month. So this channel will average about 3,500 across the year. Some 4,000s, some 25s, a lot of 35s will head out right there at that 3,500 mark. And if you do the math on $3,500, it's pretty easy math. I mean, I get a 1099 from them every year. That's about what the channel earns. I think my 1099 last year was right about $42,000 from YouTube. It's one 1099. So do I make a living on YouTube? I suppose for a normal everyday person, $42,000 is about just over minimum wage. I don't even know what minimum wage is. What is it? 15 bucks an hour? Which I know it's not 15 everywhere. I'm just going off of that because that is going to be federal minimum wage. 600 bucks a week, right? Times 52 weeks. So minimum wage federal is like $32,000. So 42 is a little bit over minimum wage. So probably like a $20 an hour paycheck. So it is actually a job. It is a career. It is a living for a majority of people. A lot of people would love to just make YouTube videos and make $42,000 a year, right? You have to pay taxes on that. There are no expenses. You're just making free videos. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. On 42 grand, I probably only get to keep like 34, maybe 35. I don't know. I'd have to do the math. Also, don't forget that YouTube is a job in the fact that we have to record, we have to edit, we have to post. It's not like I just sit down behind a camera, hit the button, post, and it's automatically up in front of you guys. It takes time. A video like I'm posting today, this video is probably an hour, hour and a half of my time, and I put up videos to make this number on my channel every single day just about. So 365 hours a year, at least, if not 400 hours a year, divided by 52 weeks, is I'm spending about 8 hours a week. So one full working day. That's great money. I'm never going to not admit that YouTube is fantastic money and you can make a living if you come up with something that you love to do and it makes money and you build it up. With that said, there are people who make double this. They make $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month. There are people that make $20,000 and $30,000 a month in the reseller community. I'm not talking about other communities because there's other people that make millions of dollars. Mr. Beast, Casey Neistat, Logan Paul, looking at you guys. But this is what resellers generally make. They make between $10 and $15 CPMs. So if you ever wanted to see what your favorite YouTuber makes reselling, you can come over here and type it in. Let's look at our buddy, Steve Rakin, and we can look at Rakin Profit. So what you'll do is you'll click on it. You'll find your favorite YouTuber's channel. This is socialblade.com, in case you ever wanted to know, socialblade.com. Scroll down, and you're going to find how many views they have in the last 30 days. So Steve has 66,000 views. His channel is not doing as well as it used to do. He used to do a lot more. So you take the 6652, and we get paid for every 1,000. So you just divide that number by 1,000, and that's 66 sets of 1,000 in a month. And then you times that by, in the reseller community, it's a fair number. 12 bucks is probably fair. So Steve made about $800. He's on pace to make $800 this month on the channel. He could probably squeak out 1,000 bucks on ad revenue. Remember, that doesn't include any products, affiliates, marketing, anything else that he is doing. So if you come up here and you look and you type in mine, it will tell you exactly what I just showed you in the things. So I'm currently averaging 133,653. So we take the 133, which is actually down. I should be up around like 160 to 180. And we divide that by 1,000. And mine, you just saw, is probably averaging about 13. So we'll just times it by 13. There's the 1737. So I'll probably squeak out $2,000. I'm down a lot this month. I should be closer to 25. Last month was much, much better. But you can see I've had some off days, I've lower days. It's just not focused on YouTube right now. I am focusing on a lot of other stuff that I've been working on, of course, listings and fulfillment. But that gives you a pretty good idea. If you're looking up a YouTuber or a gamer, you times it by 3 or 4. If you want to look up any one of your favorite YouTubers, you can look it up. Like we can look up like, let's just do a Logan Paul. I know you guys love Logan Paul. So Logan Paul's channel, not doing very much right now. He doesn't, with 23 million subscribers, he's not focused on it. The guy only gets 3 million views a month. That is not that much. I've done a month with 1 million views. So 3,048,981. We divide that by 1,000. Logan Paul does vlogs. They probably average about $4 per. He's making $12,195 a month on this YouTube channel. Of course, he makes his money elsewhere. If we look up Jake Paul, his brother, he's averaging the last 30 days 13 million views. So we do 13 million views, 205,763. We can quickly divide this by 1,000, and we could times that by his $4. And this channel makes $52,000 a month, give or take, in ad revenue. But he's, of course, making money boxing, and he's making money doing products and merch and all this other stuff. Let's take one of your guys' favorite, Rally Roots, and let's go look at what their channel makes. We know they make about $12 per. They're at 161, so they're getting just slightly more views than I am right now. 593,000. We divide theirs by 1,000, and we times it by 12. And there they are, up around $2,000, probably a little higher than that, probably $2,200, $2,400. Again, they're focused on a lot of other stuff that is not YouTube related. It just comes with the territory. After you build a YouTube channel, you focus on other stuff. You can go back and look at Lindy Glenn. She's at 198,000, so she's probably around $2,400, $2,500. She's been doing really well lately. This is how much the average reseller makes. $2,000 to $3,000 is normal for anybody with an established account. All of these newer accounts that only get 10,000, 20, 30, 40,000 views, they probably only make $500, $1,000. They're not making a living. My ad revenue is 40 grand a year. We just saw that. My sponsorships, my affiliates, my products, they're another 40 to 50,000 a year. That's $100,000 a year channel. And that's outside of my normal reselling, my listing, my fulfillment service, my wholesale, my Shopify, all that other stuff is other streams not included. My channel as a whole makes about $100,000 a year. It's ad revenue, 42,000. My sponsorships, that's affiliates, that's products, that's like List Perfectly, Reseller Genie, Mark II, all those guys and products and sponsorships that I link to that I get paid for. They're probably around 40, 50,000 a year total, all combined. And then I have some other little miscellaneous things that go in there. So it's about $100,000 a year. To answer your question, how much does my YouTube channel, Rockstarflipper, make all in? That's the number. It's about 100 grand a year. Thank God that I have a ton of other sources of income. It's not about one stream of income, guys, that makes you 200,000 or 300,000. It's about 5, 6, 10 streams of income that all make you 2 or 3 grand each. That way you can get to your 150, 200, 250,000, whatever it is that you want to make. So there it is. That's how much YouTubers get paid. That's how much money you can expect, if you become a YouTuber, if you get to those numbers, 2 to 3 grand a month is realistic for most resellers. And that's a good number that most of them target. So yeah, I've done $4,000 and $6,000 months on this channel in ad revenue. I've had an $8,000 month in ad revenue on the channel once. Those are really great months, but they're few and far between. You got to get a video to pop off and go viral. All right, I think I covered it all. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, please leave it down below. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you come back and watch more of it because it all helps me make more money. I'm never going to deny it and not be transparent with you guys. When you hit those like buttons, you subscribe, you leave comments, it helps the algorithm. It helps my YouTube revenue. It helps the engagement, helps people see the video, gets me more views. That's why everybody asks you to do it, because we're trying to make money. The point of YouTube is to make money. So if you're going to make the videos, you might as well get paid for them, right? Full transparency. Thank you, everybody. I will see you next time.